It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night beneath the mistletoe. It's cold outside, 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 outside. It's cold outside, outside, outside. Cold outside, outside.
What's up, y'all? I'm Chris.
And I'm April, and in today's video, we're going to tell you guys a little bit about ourselves. In the last video, you've seen that we moved into our new apartment, so we're going to also inform you guys of that process.
And we're going to let y'all know about the requirements to get into Thailand, the paperwork you need, and little tips and tricks.
Yes, so definitely stay tuned.
So in getting this apartment, one of the first things that we did was reached out to Perfect Homes. They paired us with our agent Ruby. She asked what our requirements or some of the things that we were looking for. We told her that we were looking for affordability, a quiet area, nothing too busy, but we just wanted to have an area that was still lively.
She was really good at meeting all of our requirements. Every time we emailed her or we had a question about anything, she responded so quickly. So she was really cool in the whole process as well. She made it real easy for us to, just kind of choose the apartment that we wanted and to just meet everything we needed. Now, also, we're going to talk about pricing. It was very affordable. We pretty much needed somewhere to lay our heads and put our stuff, because we're going to be traveling throughout Thailand. So we were like, we just needed that home base.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason why we chose this place, being the pricing.
So we pay 5,000 baht a month. That basically comes to $150 US, give or take a few cents.
Mm-hmm. And we pay for water, electricity, and Wi-Fi separate. Right now we don't have Wi-Fi. We're just using our phones right now, but we definitely are thinking about getting. All right, so water is 100 baht a month, and that's for the both of us. The electricity, we have not gotten a full electricity bill as of yet. But if you guys want us to do a separate video on the expenses for the month, then put a comment down below and we'll definitely do a video on that as well. Another reason why we chose this location is because it's local. We live amongst the locals, which is what we wanted. We did not want to stay around a whole bunch of expats. And we wanted to kind of pick up on the language as well. So that's going to help us learn the Thai language, being around a lot of the locals. But so far, I love the area.
Yeah, it's real quiet. There's Muay Thai gyms around here, so we can work on our fitness. There's a lot of car guys in the area. I love my Volkswagens. So it's a real great time connecting with the people.
Yeah. Do you have any pros or cons yet?
No. I like the fact that downstairs in our apartment building, there's a real little mart. That's coming real handy with just getting real quick knickknacks. Femi is her name. She's the owner of the mart. She sells things like handiwear, wash liquid if you need wash. Just little household items, nothing too lavish. There's snacks if you ever get hungry. And one of the key parts is that she has this bell on her door, so even if she's gone, you just ring the bell and she comes, opens up the shop for you, you get what you need, and then you're just gone about your business.
Yeah, she's a really cool person. I think a con for me is being that we live along the locals, it's a little far from a lot of the things that we want to do. So
yeah, we're about 12 to about 15 minutes away from the city center. So as you saw in one of our last clips, we were in Old Town. and we were staying in the Airbnb. That's really a lively area. There's always things going on. It's just real kind of more like an expat area. If you need anything really quick on the go, everything's there for you. Being out here, if we want to say go to a 7-Eleven, it's maybe a 15-minute walk, 20-minute walk to get there.
I don't think it's that long. It might be maybe
Okay, 10
maybe
minutes
10
at the
minutes.
most.
But it's
Extra
really
5 because we
convenient.
like to walk around the area and see what's going on.
But it's really convenient. It is right up the alleyway, and then there's a washer. Well, there's a washer and dryer place over here as well. It's not even 2 minutes from here, so we walk there and we can do our laundry there. So I guess those are the good things about it. But if you did want to get to like the popular spots, we usually just walk out of once we get out of our soy, we usually just flag down a tuk-tuk right there to take us wherever we want to go. But if you're wanting to like conveniently get there on your own, definitely you would need a scooter living in this area.
And we are going to be getting one of those soon, so watch out for that video coming. We're going to let you know the requirements for getting that. There's a deposit you have to pay. There's monthly fees you have to pay. And then there's certain little other things that if you don't want to pay the deposit, for instance, you can just leave your passport. We're not doing that. But there's just other things that you can do to make the process more convenient and more affordable for you.
Yes.
The process of getting our apartment is that we had to pay a 2-month deposit, which came to 10,000 baht. And then the owner of the apartment wanted us to pay 1 month in advance.
Yes, and also, so when we met her, we paid the deposit, and then, like I said, we just paid everything. From there, she actually came to the apartment here. We signed the papers here, did all the paperwork, signed everything, and then maybe for the TM30, she gave us a TM30 maybe like 3 days later.
Yes.
Yes, so she gave us the TM30, which is basically something saying that you're living here in Thailand. So definitely, if you do get that, you're going to know why you need that in the next clip.
So guys, on December 3rd, that was the last day that our visa on arrival ran out. So we went to the Chiang Mai immigration office. We did all the paperwork ourselves, and that was kind of an interesting process, and just the way how they list everything on the application.
Yeah, that was the only bad part about it. Not even bad part. I guess that was the only most confusing part about filling out the paper. I guess it's because they have everything kind of lined up. You know how you get an application and it says name, date of birth, address. Well, everything is like going this way: name, date of birth, address, social, blah 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 blah. Everything is kind of like lined up. There was no spaces in between the things that you had to put as far as putting it down, putting the information down. So that was the only difficult part, because everything it was like running into each other.
Yeah. It was like real linear, and then there's a drop down to where you have to actually put the actual information. Mm-hmm. Once we got to that process, you go to another little kiosk, and then somebody checks your information just to make sure that you have all the required documents. And then you go into the actual office, and then after that, you pay your fee of 1,900 baht each. We'll also list the conversion for that, and then somebody comes from the back, they call your name, and then give you an extension. We were extended for another 30 days. So right now, due to the situation, they're giving an extended 60 days. But before you actually get the 60 days, you first have to extend your first visa application for 30 days. And then after you go back, pay another fee, and then you get the full 60 days.
Yes, and it was really, really convenient. I love that the people were there kind of checking the paperwork. They basically showed us how to fill out the paperwork. And then also right across the street, you can make copies. Mm-hmm. So we had to get a copy of our passport. He copied our TM30. He copied, What else? It was the passport,
Passport,
the
TM30.
Yeah, the visa page, the page that they stamped, and the immigration paper that you fill out once you get here to Thailand. He made a copy of that as well, and those are the documents that we needed to hand over to get the extension.
One of the also other things that you need for the extension is need a picture. I didn't have any pictures, so also where you get the photocopies, they also do pictures for you, and you get a set of 4.
Yeah.
So I have 4 more other pictures that I can use for my other extensions.
Yeah, and I gotta go get some pictures. So once we're ready to extend it again, we can just go right across the street and they'll take the picture for you. So it was really convenient. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the requirements needed to enter Thailand as of now.
So when we came, we had to register, upload our personal information to the system, passport, vaccination cards, our flight documents, and also show that we were staying at a SHA Plus hotel for a 1-week stay.
Yes, and then once we put all of that information in, they sent us the email saying, okay, yeah, we looked over your paperwork, you're good to go. So then you go back in that same document and you put additional information like your insurance, and your passport and all of that. If you uploaded it on the first part, it'll still be there.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted your medical insurance, they wanted your SHIBA information, as far as the requirement for the hotel and all of that good stuff. So once you put all your information in there, you upload it, submit it, and then you're good to go. If they reject it, they'll send you an email. If they approve it, they'll send you an email as well. So that's how we got in. And we got here on November 2nd?
November 2nd.
Yeah, we came into the Phuket sandbox on November 2nd. Now, again, that's when everything was pretty much changing. But since our CLE was approved before the change, then we didn't have to do the Thailand pass and do everything over.
Yep.
Now, for the Thailand pass, it's pretty much the same thing to me. When I looked on there, the only thing that you would have to do, once you get in there, you put that you're non-Thai. You select English language if that's what you're selecting. And then it gives you 3 options as far as if you're vaccinated, if you're not vaccinated. So just definitely look at the options that are best for you. And again, it's the same thing that's needed. It's the passport. You need a copy of your vaccine card if you're vaccinated. You need, what else?
PCR test. Once you arrive into Thailand,
Mm-hmm.
that's taken at the airport. Right when you come off the plane, you go grab your bags, and then the next thing is your PCR test.
Yes, and you need one before you arrive as well. So you would need 2, one before you arrive, and then you'll have to take one when you get here. All of that is paid in the package, but you only have to stay in the hotel for 1 day. So that's the difference. That's the only difference. But other than that, the paperwork is pretty much still the same. You go, you register, you get the email saying that it's okay, you put your additional information in, and then you wait for your approval. It's really not hard. It's really not hard at all. Once we got to the airport, the only thing that they asked for was our passport, our immigration card, which is a card that they give you when you get off the plane, and you can get it before you even land. They also give them to you there.
Mm-hmm.
So a passport, immigration card, our vaccine card, and our test showing that we got a negative result before we got there. Those are the only 4 documents that they asked for once we got here.
It was a pretty streamlined process, went really quick, was very organized. Oh, also, if you are going to be getting picked up from the airport, it's called a SHA Plus transfer. If you do not have that, I believe they turn you around and make you come back where you came from. We don't want that.
But that's included in your package. Once you pay for your hotel, they'll tell you that you need transportation,
Mm-hmm.
and also you're paying for that first initial test when you get here.
Yo.
All right, so now we're going to talk about the future of our channel.
Some of y'all might be wondering or inquiring about how long we'll be in Thailand. So as we said before previously, we just extended our visa for our second 30 days. So we are now able to stay in Thailand until January 2nd. And then after that, we are going to be extending again for another 60 days. And then after that, we might even extend more. Who knows?
You never know.
We've been thinking about possibly going to Cambodia, maybe Myanmar. If you know of any other countries that are open at this point in time, just comment down below and let us know.
Yeah, because I think Cambodia is supposed to open. Cambodia, Malaysia,
I believe
Singapore,
January
all
1.
of them are supposed to open January. So while we're here in Thailand, that's when we're going to travel to those specific countries. Now we're going to go next after this. We don't know. Wherever the wind blows. But we're just basically pretty much just traveling throughout Southeast Asia. Why do you think we chose Southeast Asia?
I know one of the things that we talked about a lot was the affordability of it. Yeah, that's basically it, the affordability. It's real affordable out here. You can get by. You can get by on a lot. You can get by with a little bit.
Decide to travel was pretty much something that we've been wanting to do for a long time.
Yep. I worked for about say 4 to 5 years where I didn't take a big vacation. I just predominantly worked, did a lot of overtime, saved up a few dollars, and then now we're here.
Yes, and the family was very supportive.
Yeah.
Like my family, they were like, at first they were shocked, of course, but at the same time, they were like, if that's something that you want to do, they supported me and Chris's family. I mean, we were supported 100%.
What's up, Mom? She's a world traveler as well. She's been to a lot of countries. She worked in Saudi Arabia as a traveling nurse. So she was real supportive. She just gave us encouraging words and just let us know to be real safe out here. Just know what we're getting into, do a lot of research. And yeah, that was it.
Yeah. And so far it's been great. We've been in Thailand for a little over a month. We started off in Phuket. We came from Phuket to Chiang Mai, where we are now. So far I've been loving it. Like I've really been loving it, especially here. I guess it's because of the location. Phuket is a little touristy for me, a little too touristy for me. I like living where the people that are from here live. So coming here to Chiang Mai and in the location that we are now, that makes it even better because you get to kind of see just the everyday life of the Thai people. So that's what's really made it worth coming over.
Yeah. If y'all have any suggestions and of things to do in the area here, let us know. Comment down below. You should check out this. You should check out that. Just let us know.
Yes. And what's next? What you think is next? Like, what do you think the goal for this channel would entail?
One of the major goals for this channel is that we want to get to 1,000 subscribers. So guys, you have to like, share it with your friends and family, comment down below, and then do not forget to subscribe. Subscribe. It really helps us. It's free to do. It just really helps us get out there to the masses. So subscribe.
Yes, and also to encourage people to travel. Like this has been a crazy experience for me so far. I've never been out of the country. We started off in Canada, which is where he's originally from. And that was my first time literally being out of the country. So I'm like, dang, I should have done this earlier.
Yeah.
Because it's been crazy. It's been really, really crazy, but a good crazy. But I hope for this channel, we hope to to inspire the sea situation going on. And I know it's a lot, but the only thing that we were saying is that if we're going to travel, we're going to take the same precautions that we take in the U.S.
Yep.
Just bring those same precautions here. Wash your hands. Wear your mask.
Yep.
You have to wear it here anyway, so because they're really particular about things like that.
Yeah. When walking the street, you have to have on your mask at all times. When riding your motorcycle, you have to have your helmet and your mask on at all times. If you are caught without your mask, it is a 5,000 baht fine. I can't afford that, so I have my mask on all the time. And getting your passport, guys, just go out and get it. It might be a cost, but you can save that up. Just research, look at the documents you need. I got mine. I went to the post office. They set a time for me to go. They just told me to bring my documentation. They looked through it. They set everything up for you, put it in, ship it off to your local area where they do the passports, and then everything ships back to you. So it's a real easy, streamlined process. Nothing is hard about it. Get y'all's passports, guys, and start traveling. My brothers out there, get y'all's passports, start traveling, start seeing the world.
I'm telling you.
Young Apollo with the win.